YouTube, chicks. Get ready. You know what to do, chicks.
I find him. You know, I like Chick Smooth. Chick Smooth is somebody I really enjoy listening to on YouTube because Chick just got an intellectual curiosity about things.
Hey, dog, I see why they shot him 9 times. I see why somebody would want to relieve him of his soul on Earth to get him up out of here. I can understand it now. 50 Cent is a demon. You guys can take that however you guys want to take it. Now, last night, I thought 50 Cent went overboard. Him posting the footage of Jim Jones kicking doors down at his podcast building, trying to get into his studio. I thought it was out of line and probably the worst thing that 50 Cent can possibly do to an enemy. But some way, somehow, things just got worse for Jim Jones. Y'all remember the landlord Sam that told 50 Cent that Jim Jones is a little bit late on his rent?
I want to rent it. And I said, okay, fine. Right? He's been saying this for since October. And so he keeps trying to build it, but he won't sign the lease. He's like, I don't like these terms. I want 6 months of build out and ridiculous bullshit. We also have a partnership agreement where half of what he's building now, his media, belongs to us. But he won't tell us how much he's making and doing all these things. So half of the content he's creating, if you want to buy that too, I'll sell you half the company. He's not a business. He's insane. To me, it's worth very little to nothing. But if it works out for you, I just throw that in as a sweetener. Okay? So what I'm trying to say is he signed a lease with me. Right now he owes, I'm going to say it in a short way, at least $80,000, if not $180,000. The monthly rent on the old lease.
Yeah, him, this guy. Well, looks like he linked up with 50 Cent, and 50 Cent actually bought the building. Yeah, let me run that back for you guys. 50 Cent has officially purchased the building that Jim Jones records his podcast studio in. 50 Cent posted this picture with the owner of the building, Sam. He says, Sam is my partner. I own the joint. Now you're gonna fix every door you kick, or I'm gonna kick your ass, Jimmy. By Monday, you destroy my property. Then he goes on to prove he really does own the building by posting 30 different angles of Jim Jones kicking the doors down, like this shit was a Steven Spielberg movie.
Cut the lights off. What's up? What happened? Yeah, I'm good. No, it's mine. You heard Jim? Huh? He cut the lights off. Turn them back.
Jones actually knows about this transfer of ownership, but this is no longer a laughing matter. Last night, after 50 Cent exposed him for kicking the doors down, Jim Jones thought it was funny, so he made a light joke about it. He got in the caption and says, Kung Fu Jim is what they call him. I need a good movie to watch on this big screen. We got cable. Then he goes on his story and says, Kung Fu Jim, no locked doors. Brother, your podcast is in jeopardy. I'm sorry. At this point, you gotta file a restraining order on 50 Cent. And I know some of you guys out there are probably saying, Chicks, this is corny. Let the man have his podcast. Let the man have his show. And I'm right there with you guys. I'm calling the cops. Not only are you messing with my podcast and my business, but now you're also messing with my money, my income, the income of my cast members. And knowing Jim Jones and how big his ego is, the man is not moving. He's going to stay right there in that building with his podcast equipment, and there's somebody to move him out the way. At this point, I'm trying to retrace the steps Jim Jones took and think, what could he have done differently? Maybe not let people know the location of his podcast, or maybe paying his rent on time. I don't know, you guys. This is very concerning. Hey, 50 Cent, you win, brother. If I'm Fabulous, I'm taking back that diss record. I thought we was just joking and having fun. I didn't think you was going to take it to this level. Brother, you were supposed to get in the booth and rap, not get in the booth and take all our podcast equipment. You guys get in the comments below. What do you guys make of this announcement from 50 Cent, confirming that he officially owns the podcast building that Jim Jones records in? Is this petty, or is this going a little bit too far? Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later, man.